afternoon. I am Shruti Sundarraj. I was born in Punjab. I was the youngest child in my family to my parents among five. My father was a civil engineer in Public Works Department. When he was working at Bhakra Nangal project, I studied in Government Girls High School in Nangal, and I appeared for the district competition exam and I stood first. So that brought me confidence in my academics. Then from class 8 to 10, I studied in Dev Samaj Higher Secondary School, Firozpur. There our science teacher used to call me for conducting experiment, and my first experiment in the class was to prove there is moisture in the air. So I took a glass, put water, put ice and showed to the children that see these droplets have come from air, not from the glass. So that inclined me to doing some experiments. The second experiment I did was in exhibition where I mixed baking soda with vinegar, and it was in a test tube with two mouths, and one was having the cork loosely packed, and when the reaction took place the cork was pushed out just like so. The reaction was carbon dioxide production, volume increased, and it pushed the cork. This was my second experiment in the 8th and 9th class. And then I went for the first aid camp, and there they asked me the question why mercury is used in thermometer, and I was able to explain nicely. So this was my schooling, and then I took chemistry in BSc with maths physics background. But my father expired when I was doing BSc Part 2 from Punjabi University in Patiala, Mahendra College. So at that time, my brother who said, let us now go and live together. So I shifted to Punjab University, Chandigarh, and wrote the BSc Part 2 again in Punjab University. So I did well in the second year, but third year I got physics arrears. So I was a little bit set back, and then I cleared the arrears and then joined MMH College, Ghaziabad for MSc Chemistry. My professor, Saxena, he was influencer there. He asked us to read only Peter Sykes for reaction mechanism. And even in Mahendra College, Professor Amarjeet Singh was very much spectacular to teach us organic chemistry and substitution reaction of alkanes, alkenes, etc. So this was something which motivated me and fascinated me. And then I applied for the BARC training school, and I got selected in the 16th batch of chemistry discipline in August 1972. This is regard my joining the BRC. After I joined the BRC, I have graduated it successfully, and then I was posted in nuclear waste management under Mr. A. Khan. He was the fourth batch chemical engineer, and he was heading gas cleaning laboratory. In that lab, he asked me, there was a project called off-gas treatment plant of Tarapur power station. He told me to work on molecular sieves indigenously available and find out the moisture removal capacity and efficiency at different flow rates and different bed heights. After doing this work, I made an internal report of BARC, and it was appreciated. And then this work I also did the regeneration cycle of this material, which I selected how to regenerate it. Then I have found out the number of cycles it can undergo, and that was presented in a seminar where the manufacturer of this material was available, and he appreciated the work. And after that, there was another work for off-gas treatment, that you develop a catalyst for removal of oxygen and hydrogen, because in the Tarapur off-gas system, we have to remove the hydrogen. So I went to Dr. R.M. Iyer lab under the guidance of Shri K. Ramaratinam. He was my immediate superior. At that time, Dr. R.M. Iyer was the chief chemist in BRC, and he allowed me to work in his lab. In his lab, there was a packed column. I had six imported catalysts with me, and he allowed me to pack it in the tube. and the gas mixture was there in one already available cylinder, and online gas chromatograph was there. So the six catalyst I could evaluate, I have put this work in my PhD thesis also. And then the best catalyst which I chose, I showed to my boss, that is Mr. A. Khan. I finished this work in 2 weeks in Dr. R. M. Ayer's lab. Then he said to me, why don't you develop this catalyst in your lab? Again, I took alumina pellets, palladium chloride solution, and then found the parameters to impregnate and then reduce it to palladium, and then I tested in my lab. But for testing this, I needed a gas chromatograph. So I bought one gas chromatograph on the recommendation of Dr. Aramayer from Toshniwal Brothers at that time and got the training. When I tested my catalyst in the lab, it was working as good as DXOD Canadian catalyst. So it was more like an import substitute. So I was very glad to see that this work is good. See, this molecular sieves moisture removal work was also used in the research reactor Dhruva for capturing the heavy water which used to leak through the pump seals, and my data was useful to them for designing this dryer. So after finishing these two works, Dr. Placid Rodriguez, he was from Kalpakam, and he told my boss, Mr. A. Khan, we are having inert gas purification system in Kalpakam. We need people like myself, means Mrs. That time Surjit Saundaraj, to work and give us these materials and also provide some consultancy. So I was transferred to Kalpakam in June 1984. But as you said that you tell about your marriage, I was married in October 1979, and this marriage took place with my husband was army officer in Nasik. So we never as a family stayed together. So we used to go meet on weekends like that. But he was a nice gentleman, and he told me you can follow whatever you want, and we will have good children lives like that. So when I moved to Kalpakam, at that time my children were born, two children were born in Bombay before 84. My son was born in Kalpakam, and all the three children are doing very well. And one is pediatric specialist, and one is business analyst, and my son is mechanical engineer in US. So now I come to what I did in Kalpakam. So as I was sent to Kalpakam, I had to set up a lab with the sixth plan budget. My boss there was Mr. R.V. Amalraj. He told me, you set up the lab, then we will see how far we can go. And then he told me to interact with all the nuclear facilities in Kalpakam to see that I can help them to test their filter ventilation system for particulate removal. Then in IG-CAR, where Dr. Rodriguez has requested me to help them to consultancy of inert gas purification, I gave them the catalyst and the molecular sieves to see that their system has got whatever the parameters they have set for, because this nitrogen should have less moisture and less oxygen, because they were testing there the carbide fuel for the FBTR reactor. So this work, madam, I completed, and after that I had to set up the lab in which I purchased gas chromatograph from Shimazu, a moisture determination balance from Seco, and surface area meter from Quatasorb, and spectrophotometer from Hitachi, and then particle counter and aerosol generator for filter testing. And filter testing rig I was established in my lab with the help of Mr. Biblop Paul, who was from 26th batch. He was there in Kalpakam before I joined there, so he used to interact with me nicely, but he was a chemical engineer from 26th batch. So this is how we set up the lab, and after that our people got trained both for gas chromatography, surface area measurement. Why I needed surface area measurement was the iodine filter, which is used for Madras Atomic Power Station and FBTR. It requires a micro porous, high surface area activated charcoal, and we should test it before we tell them that this charcoal is good for your filter. So for that, pore size distribution and uh, BET surface area was possible to be done in our laboratory, and I trained one or two manpower to do that. And this gas chromatograph was useful for many samples used to come for IGCAR, for breathe air analysis also, and for my own work also, because I was doing some work on uh, this oxygen removal, hydrogen removal for inert gas purification. So I was testing my catalyst. So I did that work. Then uh, about this laboratory, when I set up, many request you to used to come to me, that why don't you help us in designing a system for moisture removal. That I did for inert gas purification system. Even for radiochemistry laboratory, people told me, why don't you help us? So I used to give them my catalyst, and they used to name the catalyst as by my name. So it was additional happiness. So like that, I did work in Kalpaka. No, it was my own interest because I used to write chemical reactions, Boyle's law of mass action, and then organic reactions, which our professors used to tell, like that. So many things. And even when my mother, and you won't believe it, but my mother and her father, they used to make soap at home by adding caustic soda and castor oil, and then adding salt, and that soap we used to use at home. And then, as you know, in Punjab, that black carrot comes. So when they put that mustard seed in that, after 1 week, from blue it becomes red, that we call kanji. So all those things I have definitely made me interested in how these things happen. Then photosynthesis, why the vegetables change their color, like that. So these were some of the exciting uh, interventions in my thinking. At that time, house consumption was so much. We were five children. I was the youngest. No, my father was very reserved type of person. He will not interact much with us. But my brother and sisters, even though they were not in chemistry, but my brother, who is presently in Air Force in Chandigarh, he has a consultancy there. He used to encourage us, but not that you do this experiment or you study chemistry, but he used to encourage us. So our science background was from my brother. He also did science subjects. Yes. See, my brother, when we also lived in Freethcourt, my brother, he was very fond of being highly disciplined. And my sister at that time was doing the basic training. She was the eldest in our family. So she grew cotton in the garden, and she used to spin it, and then she used to make khadi out of that. At that time, we also learned takli, Gandhi charkha, like that. And my brother made a bureau, and whatever books were there in our house, he made a library. And in the library, he put the name Jaspal Library, and he put the numbers and made a issue register. Like that, he was highly disciplined. So, and he used to keep his room very tidy. Even in those days, he will keep one small table, chair, one carpet, and study, and very disciplined. So we learned discipline from our brother, and from my mother, I learned how to care. She was very caring. Even my all the three children, if you ask me, first 2 or 3 years for first daughter, 8 months for second daughter, 8 months for third child, she was there with me. So caring part, nurturing, all those things I learned from my mother, and she was also having lot of faith. After my father passed away, she single-handedly saw that we don't leave our education in between, and my brother is able to support us, like that. So it was a supportive family, you can say. My mother tells us a story. My father was very reserved, but sometimes he will ask my mother, see, you want to build a house or you want to educate the children? Then my mother told, no, we can build the house through our children. You don't worry for the house. We will educate our children. So this was the fundamental difference between normal families. They were thinking their children will come up and then they will build their own houses. So my father never had a house during his lifetime, even though he was a civil engineer. So, and my grandfather, no, my mother's father, he helped us a lot. He was a doctor, but he was ASNG, Assistant Surgeon, Non-Gusted Doctor. And at that time, we used to visit him during summer break, and he also used to encourage us a lot. But he was not giving me chemistry problems, but he used to give me arithmetic problems like that. But for chemistry, it is on my own interest. And my brother. Actually, my brother, I told now my brother was supporting us. At that time, I was the last child to be married. All others were married. And I was a scientific officer in VARC in Mumbai. So, what he thought is that let us advertise. So, he has advertised in the newspaper, or he saw the advertisement of my husband in the newspaper, and he met him first in Nasik. It was through newspaper that we met. And then I was staying in Vashi in Mumbai, and my husband came to meet me. And then he asked me whether this marriage will materialize. I said, why not? Because I am now already 29 years old. In our uh, Punjabi families, they will marry at the age of 25. So it is okay for me, even if it is not a Punjabi person. So, like that, our interaction started, and he's a very kind person, so to say. His basic philosophy is being kind. So that's how we could do so much in our lives, bringing up children and taking care of our profession like that. So initially, because I reported to Mr. A. Khan, he told me first day itself when I went to his room, because you have passed MSc, I will make you independent. You will work on your own. That was the first thing he told. And secondly, he told, I will call you in between sometimes, but you should be seen working all the time. So that's how I was able to set up a lot of experimental facilities in my lab even in those days. And most of my PhD work refers to my indigenously tested molecular sieves, or my indigenously made the catalyst, which even radiochemistry laboratory names it by my name, because they needed that catalyst urgently, and I made and gave them. So they said, this catalyst we have popularly known as Raj catalyst, because I am Sondra Raj. So they named it as Raj catalyst. So this is how, and that is one. And then Dr. Placid Rodriguez, who was director IGCAR at that time, when uh, he was a group director at that time, who called me to see that my work is used in inert gas purification system in IGCAR at higher scaled level. So he also encouraged me. And then Mr. R.V. Amalraj, who was the head of the centralized waste management facility, he gave me all the money to buy all the equipments without any reservation. So my lab was the best in whole of CWMF, means centralized waste management facility. Being a lady, I made lot of visits to the suppliers, discussed with them about my requirements, made the indents, and processed all the purchase files and recommended. So all these things I learnt during Mr. R.V. Amalraj's time. So what I'm telling is, work-wise, I influenced myself, but providing facilities and encouraging me, there are so many. You see, when I was working on this palladium alumina catalyst, and I tested in my lab, and it has combined hydrogen oxygen in my own lab with very good efficiency, That was one milestone for me, because I never knew that this catalyst can work in my lab, because I was testing imported catalysts at that time. And then Mr. A. Khan, he had a Russian visitor to his lab, to our lab, not his lab, to our section lab. He called me and introduced me to him and saying, "See, this is the lady who made this catalyst. She will give you her catalyst to test in Russia." So this way they encourage. My boss, no, Mr. A. Khan, used to have a lot of faith in my work, and he trusted me, and then he asked me to bring the catalyst, and then he gave it to the Russian visitor. So this was also very encouraging for me. And the other thing which I want to share, which is non scientific, that is, I was very much interested in the social work. So Dr. Rodriguez, who was director IGCAR, he saw that I was interested in crash facility is kept clean or something. So he has nominated me from centralized waste management facility in the social organization, or you can say management organization called Township Amenities Committee. He nominated me. So this committee used to meet once in 3 months in the afternoon, and then they will have their agenda points. Mostly it will be this allotment of housing or some health care. So I just told them, please, if you want me to work for this committee, I will go for the upkeep of the township. You give me this work. So from that day onwards, I started making questionnaire, going home to home, telling them segregate the biodegradable from non-biodegradable. Then I appointed one person on my own and asked him to pick up. So all these things I did with the help of TAC and Indian Women Scientists Association members. They supported me, and Saturday being non-working for us, we used to go. And children will have school, so I will go and meet people to spread this message. This is one thing. Today our township is clean. Not only I am known for the catalyst made by Raj, but also the township is made green and clean, because she never left it halfway. So I called Mangalam Balasubramanian. She is ex-NORA, international ex-NORA president at that time. I told her, you give a lecture in our Kalpakam campus. So when I brought her, I also called group director who is managing the township. So then he has put up this information to the highest level, and then they were convinced that this scheme should come in our township. So this is additional work which I did for my township and left a mark there. So I am very proud of that. It was in 1996 he has nominated me in the township committee, and the scheme has come in 2006. It took 10 years to convince, because it is educated society, so they don't want that someone should come and tell what to do with their, that too with their household waste. But I proved it, that dengue fever came down. See, I was also member in the hospital selection committee. So Dr. Vijaya was that time chairman of that committee. She told Mrs. Raj, wherever your scheme you have did privately, dengue fever cases are coming less. So some feedback I used to get. Kalpakam Township, DAE Township, and there is Anupuram Township also now, because when tsunami came, at that time many people came to take refuge in Anupuram Township. That time it was new. First township is Kalpakam and second township is Anupuram. Yeah, first I started, actually, I lived in Kalpakam. I never lived in Anupuram, even though I was given accommodation, big house in Anupuram, but all the children have gone for higher studies and my husband was away. So I lived in the flat, 3 bedroom flat I was living there. So I did not leave Kalpakam. And first scheme we started in Kalpakam, then it was spread over to Anupuram. Yeah, see how township has become clean. That is one. And yes, ma'am, I also arranged career guidance uh, seminars for students, and many of the university students from Anna University and BITS Pilani and IIT Madras. They worked in my lab, but whether you will call it impact of my social or scientific, but because that lab was set up so very nicely, so they could use it easily and learn something new. So that's how some people were benefited, and now one of the student is working for environmental impact assessment for Tamil Nadu government. So they learned how to measure some toxic vapors in air, etc. You see, failure is a setback for me. I am not that easy to bear it, sir, failure. But what happens is people around me they tell failure is a part of success. It is a stepping stone. So I come back within say 2 3 weeks back. But it does give me shock. But success means I will not take it that it is single handedly my effort, but hard work always pays. And when you have passion, and when you have that your means should be good and your journey should be ethical, so the results, if they are good, you feel good and you feel elated. So I was not happy with my failures. I did have setback. Yeah. See, as lifestyle being sustainable, there are 3 4 things I have noted down in my write up, but now I will tell openly. First is 3 R's: reduce, reuse, and recycle. This is the first mantra for living sustainable. Secondly, this is one planet for all of us, whether we are human beings or other species. If we exploit it too much, our future generation will suffer and they will curse us. So, and this planet doesn't belong to us, it is inherited to us from our future generation. This is what we used to write in our pamphlet when we do this environmental awareness campaign. So, to leave a good legacy, it is better for us to make a formula: use less water, don't waste food. When you can go by walk or cycle, don't use the car. If car is a must, go for carpooling. Then think of renewable energy. Switch off the light when not required. Switch off the water. Close the tap when water is not required. This is minimizing of your consumptions. This way you can have a sustainable life. Secondly, when we are in the school or in the childhood, we should ask them what type of life you want. If there is polluted water or polluted air, or the soil is not giving you healthy food, won't you go for bioorganic farming? Or will you not say that wastewater should not mix with fresh water? So all those things, if you have in curriculum environmental education, what will happen is that these people, small children, they will know we too have a role in this society, so they can be our ambassadors to build up a healthy society, so sustainable life. And thirdly, see, uh, when you coordinate with others, means when you cooperate with others, you know that how the things reach us. See, morning we are getting milk, our milk fellow comes on cycle. We should encourage him, and then we should tell him that you have done a good job. So, what happens is this happiness which he takes from us, he will do much better work and his energy will be less consumed. Means we should also add happiness and joy to our surroundings or our people. That's why I am telling our children should know what is the meaning of joy. Joy is when our environment is safe. And how it is safe? When we encourage each other. Yeah, see, since you have, to be very frank with you, since you have selected me from that day onwards, I am thinking at least somebody has recognized me after 37 years of scientific work and 14 years of my retirement. So I was very, very enthused. So now I have shared this news with very few because the interview is still pending. I don't know what is the idea of interview. But I talked to my sister in Canada. She is in Canada. So what she does is, see your ripple effect. When you have selected me, I tell her this. Then she says, see, this plastic bacteria they have developed in this country. She sends me. some notes from Bright Side News. So all those messages come. Even now I can show, but you told now you close your phone. All the messages are coming since the day I am selected. So this makes me motivated henceforth. But prior to that, I have the habit of being connected with members of my family. We have some website. Morning we'll see whether some message is there, some birthday is there, some marriage anniversary is there, but not scientific realm. I started only after you have recognized my work. For my care, one friend is there from my batch. She is from physics background. She has asked me to listen to Ravi Shankar's meditation and yoga and some breathing exercise. She has put me on that. So that is what I do. And then my husband is from Christian background, so we read Bible also. And I am from Sikh background, so I read Gurbani also. So both the things have empowered me to think broad-mindedly. See, all the things which we read or do is basically for serving the mankind. So I would like to learn some music instruments. In my free time, I can sing also a bit. So my mother used to play harmonium in Ladies Sangeet. She was also very pioneer in bringing one Gurudwara in Vashi. Like I have the Kalpakam township clean. She has a Gurudwara in Vashi. With Ladies Sangeet, they used to collect funds from Chanda, and then she bought a plot in Vashi, and then there is a Gurudwara there. So she used to play harmonium. My mother was very fond of harmonium, and she used to sing very good Gurbani. She was when I was born. She was about 31 years. I was born in 1949, and she is born in 1918. So she has expired 2011 when she was 93 years. No, yesterday, day before my birthday, 7th October, I completed 74 years. Yeah, in my Google Forms, I wrote Vivekananda, this arise, awake, and stop not till the passion is, till the goal is reached. But today, when you ask me from Guru Bani, I have one Guru Gobind Singh's Shabad or his poem. देह शिवावर मोहे है जब शुभ कर्मन ते कब हूं न टरू और सो जब जाए लरू निश्चय कर अपनी जीत करूं. So देह शिवावर मोहे है शुभ कर्मन ते कब हूं न टरो. So this is the one which, and of course there are many, but this is one which I think is easy to make use in our life. Actually, one more line I can add, ma'am. When you do good things, you are not afraid. That makes you fearless. Yeah. Now, see, I am listening to many of the uh, podcasts. My sister, I refer to, who is in Canada. I used to listen to her husband's podcasts and Facebook speeches. He is no more now. 31st March, he has passed away. But he was a very good speaker and well-known writer. So I used to listen to him till 31st March. Every evening, 5:30 is Facebook message will come, idea of the day will come. Now I am chasing my sister. She will write and I will read. In addition to that, my batchmate, Dr. Vasudeva Rao, he was Vice Chancellor of the Homi Bhabha National Institute. Now he has retired. He used to send me the link for any talk is arranged in HBNI. He will send me the link and I will listen. So even carbon sequestration or the nuclear energy is safe, or many other, even Meera Venkatesh lecture he has organized on isotopes. Like that, I have heard all those lectures, but he has not invited me to speak because he may be thinking that I don't know how to speak on Zoom or something like that, maybe. So, but I have listened to many of the webinars during COVID time. See, when you start working initially, you may not get the result which you are looking for, but yet you should think why it is happening and then you try. some changes in your parameters or some theoretical background you have to improve. So finally you will achieve certain new things which you are not observing earlier. So in my case also, so what happened, I never knew what is a molecular sieve, what is a palladium catalyst, what is the meaning of low concentration of oxygen, what is a gas chromatograph. Everything was new to me, but I was in charge of the lab to build up all these facilities. So once you are given a chance, give your wholehearted support to your mission. That is my, uh, don't think that I won't be able to do. Think that things will come to fruition only if you put your wholeheartedness. See, science is a realm of excitement, experimenting, and knowing new things. So, what we should do is, there are many fields which are yet to be looked into, like climate change is one, environmental science is one, plastic pollution is one, and good food, organic farming, where it can be possible to achieve benefit to farmer. So even, ma'am, in 50 years of 50 years of Indian Women Scientists Association, I heard, I booked my uh, um, my joining by online. I did not go there in person. I joined online. I contributed online, and I saw many enterprising girls who are working for farmers. Their their enterprise is, a farmer doesn't know. She is a biology person. That girl, I forgot her name, but she is going to farmer and telling, see, this is the loan which is available from the government. Like that, some uh, boost they are giving to people who are enterprising. So likewise, these girls who are educated, they can do spread some awareness about government schemes. Of course, it is not a career by itself, but it will boost the national wealth. I would tell her, work more hard, you have not done enough. There is so much you have left undone. Do it now. Because at that time we don't know that so much can be done. See, actually, there are many people who feel I can be trusted, because when they need some support, they don't want just artificial support, surface support. They want in depth commitment. So recently, what happened is, my husband's cousin's wife was sick. She needed radiotherapy in our. I am staying at Vellore, madam. You may be not knowing. Here, there is a very good institute, Christian Medical College, where my daughter also studied. So she wanted to undergo radiotherapy in CMC, and they were looking for someone. And she is old. She is 86 years old, and she has passed away 6 years back. At that time itself, I am myself 68 or 67. I told them, I will take care of her. You bring her here. So then she had pain because she had cancer. So she used to have pain, and she used to tell me, you don't sleep, you talk to me in the night. I will tell you my stories. She was a teacher, and she used to tell me how she was teaching well, how the students used to like her. But in the night, she will tell me, you don't sleep till I sleep. So I used to be awake, and her son, who was the head of the political science department in Madras Christian College, he till today say, Auntie, my mother believed you that you will look after her. So this is my credibility.